gonna try and make a video anyway. What's up, my peoples? So today, I think we're going to do a couple of different things. I'm going to let you guys in on we'll train the kookaburra. That'll be fun, and give you all the details on how we're doing that, what we're doing. Very informative. And I'll show you some residents that we have on the property. But running a wildlife park is a lot of work. It's a ton of work. So in running a wildlife park, you gotta have proper staff. And I know this because, like I said in the other video, man, I have hired and fired so many people over the years for small reasons, big reasons, because at the end of the day, dude, I got animals here. And all these animals that I've either raised or rescued, they're a part of my life. They're a part of my family. So for me, anybody that I have here working, I have to trust. This isn't a regular 9 to 5. You want to clock in at 9 and go home at 5, go work at Walmart, go flip a burger somewhere or whatever. Here, there's lives depending on you. So we start when we start and we finish when we finish. And if we don't finish when you want to leave, that's not the animal's fault. Like, you got to stay. You got to put in the work. That means all the holidays, they're not holidays anymore. Traveling, that's slim and none. So you either choose to be in the wildlife world and choose to own these things, or choose to work with them, or you don't. There's no in between. There is no gray area. You can't have your cake and eat it too. At the end of the day, if you're in wildlife, then the most important thing is the wildlife. Your life now comes second, regardless of what you got going on. So, you know, the number one thing about managing staff is the way you talk to them and the way you treat them. So you always got to make sure that your staff is happy and that everything goes well. And you want to make sure you keep them happy by being nice and respectful all the time. Madison! Oh, this filming shit is going to be like awesome. I'm going to have more fun with even no.
You know, I didn't have a knife in my hand, so thank you.
Are your fingers still there?
Yeah, they are.
What are you complaining about then? Where's your other friend? Is she sleeping in her car?
No. She should be feeding.
I say sleeping in her car. They do that on break. They're allowed.
Don't tattle on us.
Oh, what are you doing, Madison?
I'm cutting up fruits.
Are you making diets for everybody?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Part of the day, man. Everybody's got to eat.
They eat better than me.
All right, so when you're done doing diets and pretty much taking up all the space that I need, you want to make a kookaburra video?
Yes.
Ooh, see the excitement? All right, can we do the kook yet, bro?
Yeah.
At least she's excited for it.
I was really eating.
You can eat, bro. Find you some staff that doesn't eat. We're gonna be training the kookaburra. I'm gonna bring him out in just a second. The kookaburra. There we go.
Those are pups.
All right, guys. So we got what we need to feed. Got that right here. So we're gonna be feeding the kookaburra today, but on top of feeding, we're also going to be training the kookaburra. So real simple stuff. We're gonna be doing flight training with the come up here.
I'm sorry.
We're going to be doing flight training with the kookaburra, which is a very simple task. And I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how I do this. Now, there's going to be a lot of people out there. Well, maybe not on this channel. There's not a lot of people on it yet, but there's going to be a lot of people that complain probably because I'm going to show you these things or whatever, because people in these are a little bit weird. But we're going to walk you through everything that we do, tell you the reasons why we do it, show you every damn thing that we do, because why not? The more information passed around, the better, right? Okay, so got our logs, which I'll explain in a second. Got our food, And the kookaburra has been heavy the last couple of days, so he's not wanting to fly as well as he usually does. These are hoppers, bro.
Yeah, I realized that once you took it out.
What do we got? All right, these are what we're feeding. Okay, so we're feeding large mice to the kookaburra. These are hoppers. They work just as well, but you got to watch your weight and stuff like that. I'm going to explain that in a minute. You can actually put these back. Throw me those pinkies.
Those were medium, but it was okay.
What did I say?
You said large.
Whatever, dude. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to do today. Do I want to do pinkies? Do I want to do hoppers?
Do it again.
He's kind of fat. So
do it again. Pinkies.
Yeah, I think we're going to do pinkies.
Or hoppers.
Smaller meals, pinkies. Okay, so what we're going to do, because he's been heavy, yesterday he fasted in the morning. We don't fast all day long, but he usually eats twice a day. Yesterday he only ate once. And we're going to see if that cut his weight down enough. Now I'm going to use pinkies today for a couple of different reasons. One, they'll thaw out fast, so you guys will be able to see relatively quickly what we're going to do. And two, I can get a lot more meals without having to cut a bunch of stuff up, so we can see if we can get a couple of flights out. All right, let's go get the cookie. Now we're probably not going to use this many, but whatever doesn't get used, we'll feed to the front. Here's our rescued raccoon boys that were raised by the girls. They came in as little tiny munchkins.
Do not blame me on that one.
Yeah, no. You guys are getting that later for it? They came in as little munchkins. You guys are going to see a video with them probably within the next couple of days because they're going to go to a sanctuary. We did our part. We raised them. We found a nice home for them. Now they're off.
Good riddance.
To enjoy the rest of the... Wow, Madison.
Oh, God.
Wow. They love you too, man. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing, big homie? Come here. Hey, big homie. Come here. All right, let's go inside. All right. So, little background. It's a laughing kookaburra. It's an Australian kingfisher. So the kookaburra here, they call him a laughing kookaburra for a reason. Ready, bud? Hey, no. Hey, calm down. You're being a little overzealous. We gotta give it to you in a second. You gotta work for it. Listen, hey, his name is Bird. That's pretty good. All right, so that's why they call him the laughing kookaburra. All right, information part done. I don't want to make this too much like Discovery or something like that where I'm going to go into the whole background. If you want to learn about the animal more than what I'm going to tell you, Google that shit. All right, now, what we want to do is we want to get a weight on the bird. So we're going to weigh him before we work him, and then we're going to weigh him afterwards so that we can find out where he's at, because we're looking for what's called a target weight. A target weight is very simple. That's the weight where we know he's going to work, and we also know he's healthy enough to do that. If you drop, he's a small bird, so you don't want to drop the weight too much. It can be dangerous for the bird. So we know how much a bird is supposed to weigh. We know how much his weight fluctuates throughout the day, throughout the feedings or whatever. We weigh him 4 times a day. So we know what he weighs in the morning, we know what he's going to weigh at night, and we also know that target weight, that perfect weight where we know that when we want him to do what he needs to do, he's going to do it ready and willingly. Can you just chill out for a second? I'm trying to do a video. We'll get to it. I promise. So we want his weight. Turn this on here. Put the bird on the scale. Pause it for a second.
Oh.
Are you excited to learn too? Okay, so we gotta change this. It's in pounds right now. We gotta change the mode here. Grams. How many grams? How many grams we got, yo?
was that a weed, Joe?
So it's in grams. Right now he's 308. So I'm going to show you guys something real quick. So these are the logs that we're doing or whatever. Essentially it's this. Is it focused in yet?
Yeah, you gotta give it a second. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Oh, that looks great.
Perfect. All right, so right here we have all the weights that we're doing. So it's usually 3 or 4 a day. Usually 4 a day. But we know through the logs that we've had, because we've been doing this for forever, so we want to be exact, because again, if you're going to do this, it can be dangerous for the bird if you don't know what you're doing. So log that stuff. So we got it all here. So I know that for him, where are we at here? His flight weight is going to be around 282. 282 to 295 is a good flight weight. That doesn't mean we need that weight from the work. He's still going to work anyway. But I know that if he's lighter than that, he's going to want to fly before I ask him to. And if he's heavy, like too heavy, he's not going to want to fly at all. So right now he's 308. So he's a little bit heavy, but he also didn't eat yesterday in the morning. So he's probably going to be ready to work. Now, here's another thing. Jackie's been training the bird. I started off, Jackie's been training him for the last probably a couple of weeks, and she does it in the shed. So she's doing short flights, just little A to B's. We're gonna take him outside right now so that we can get a big, long flight out of him, try and help him work some of that weight out, and also build up his muscles so that he can do what we need him to do when we do the shows. Are you ready, bud? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's fun to do at 2 o'clock in the morning in your house when everybody's sleeping. Alright, so I'm gonna find my tools here. He's already all set up, so he's got jesses and anklets. For anybody that doesn't know, it's essentially like a leash for your dog. But it's on his feet, because obviously we're not gonna put a leash around his neck. That would be messed up. So he's got the jesses, which are the long things that come out. He's got the anklets, which obviously are anklets. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hook him to this fishing string, because normally if we're training birds of prey, we have what's called a creance. Of course, the girls probably hid that because they like to play hide and
Is it the
seek.
thing that's like a belt?
It's like it's the creance. What do you mean?
Is it what Jackie uses as a belt?
As a belt?
Is it black and white?
I mean, no, that's the leash. That's funny she's using that as a belt though. No, the creance, man. Where's my creance?
What does it look like?
It looks like a PVC tube with rope around it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Ah! In the bird shit. Okay, so usually we use what's called creance. This is what I use for the large birds of prey. But if I put this on him, look at him. Look at the size of that thing, dude. He ain't flying nowhere. Not with this. So, fishing string, light fishing string. I got it at Walmart. It was like $1.79. And then I got a little clip right here for like if you're a beginner fisherman and you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to like keep tying knots and stuff, you can put that for beginners only. So we got that too. So we're gonna hook him up to this. Then we're gonna go outside and we're gonna fly this bird. All right, pause that.
I'm going.
All right, so real quick before I bring you guys outside, I'm gonna show you how this is done. By the way, all these jesses, handmade, we make them ourselves. Next time I have to make some jesses, I'll show you, but I'm not gonna pull out stuff and make it just to make a video. So it's not
Props to Lauren.
all right, so there's little slits cut in the bottom of these. We're just gonna slide this right through here. I'm gonna do one here, right through, and then we're gonna do another one right here. And then we're gonna clip this through so that if he does decide he wants to fly away, which I'm sure he will. What, big guy? What? Can I clip it? Stop moving. What? And this thing is harder to clip than I thought. Can you get this? Can you get this right here? Right here. 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 Clip it. Clip it. No? There you go. Clip that thing, dude. You gotta, don't eat it. Just clip it. No, don't eat it. Oh, alright. Alright, you try. You try. Okay. That's enough though. That's enough. It was just a joke, man. It was for a joke. Thank you. That's no more. No more. No more. No, it's just a joke. Okay, you killed it. It's dead. Thank you. Alright. Let's move on to the outside. This is Miss Norma. She's worked on the property for a long time.
Peck me in the face.
He's not gonna peck you in the face. Maybe.
He's got a mean little look.
He would.
See?
That's the sweetest bird ever. He would never peck anybody in the face. Right? Right there with the one. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the coop down. I have the jesses in the front of him. I'm gonna roll this out. Calm it down a little bit. Hopefully he won't fly before. Now it's windy as shit right now. So it's gonna be a little tough for this tiny little bird to make a bunch of flights. I didn't realize it was hurricane force winds outside. Bird! Bird! Oh, that's more boring, but I guess he's supposed to do that anyway. So he flies over. What? Jesus, what? Have some respect. What? Alright, so just like shampoo, we're going to rinse and repeat. Where's that conditioner? Alright, so it's probably harder for you to hear now.
That's good.
I don't want him coming to me before I ask him, and if he does, then he won't get rewarded for it. I want him to do it on cue, just when I call it name. Bird! Bird, let's go! Bird, let's go! Bird. Boy. Yeah. So he's actually doing pretty well. He's coming over on the first call and the first couple of calls. The more food he gets, the less he's going to react. So we want to make sure that we know what we're feeding him. I know I've gone through 2 pinkies. And I'm gonna log everything in my brain so I can log it on paper when I get inside. Bird, let's go. Come on. Come on, bird. Bird. Come on, bird.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna finish up this flight here, and then we're gonna go ahead and pause because the camera's dying because we're not responsible people. We don't charge our stuff, and then I'll get back with you when we're doing all the logs and stuff, because this is gonna get pretty redundant. You guys get the drift, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get one more. Stay right there. I'm gonna see if I can fly him past you.
Ooh.
Coop. Bird, let's go. Bird. Come on, bud. Let's go, bird. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You wanna call with food in your mouth? Let me tell you about my best friend. Bird! Bird! Come on, bud! All right, so we just got done flying the coop. So, like I was mentioning before, it's all about the target weight. And the only way to get the target weight and stay in tune with what's happening, I mean, obviously, after long periods of time, I'll know a certain bird. I know by the way he reacts, the way that they move, the sounds that they make, everything they do, I'll know if the bird's ready to work or not, or if he's too heavy. So after a while, you're just learning the personality of the bird, and it makes it easy that way. But we always log, no matter what. No matter if I know the bird or not, I'm always logging because we want to know for sure what's going on. So we got done flying, and now we want his weight after food. So we weigh every time we take them out to work. We're gonna put them on the scale, weigh them, and then we go do our work, and then we come back after the food is done, and we weigh him again to find out how much he's gained and then how much he'll lose until the next time we fly. So we're watching the fluctuation up and down and up and down and up and down, and that's what's giving us our target weight. We're going back on the scale here. It's on pounds. We don't have that much weed, so I'm going to go down a little bit to grams because we're broke. So I'm on here. He's at 331.15.
Be careful.
Oh,
It has no lid.
well, whose fault is that?
I broke the lid.
You broke the lid.
The sprayer.
She threw it.
It dropped.
She dropped it.
And it broke.
She dropped it.
Right, I got an idea real quick.
Okay, so we're gonna lock this down.
It's gonna get hot in here, boy.
You could have done that like
I know, but
the whole
listen,
damn time. Everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, that's so much better.
I know that's the best part.
So we're gonna log this down. Now it went from 308. Let's scratch that out because that's garbage. So 330. What's today's day? The 24th, right?
Yeah, sure.
24th. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Chill out, bro. You've already eaten. You're good. So we want to log that. I also want to log the numbers of pinkies I used, which was.
How many we used?
Yeah.
Oh no!
You're not supposed to respond to a question with a question.
I'm gonna say 10.
How many do we use?
A handful.
Handful. I'm gonna put a handful down because it's all about exact shit here. We want exact. So handful. We used a handful today. We'll remember now when I log it tomorrow. If Jackie's here and I'm not here, she can look and see that we obviously fed
A handful.
of pinkies. It was 9. It was 9 pinkies.
Oh, I said 10.
Yeah.
I was pretty close.
I was gonna say 10
pinkies.
too.
And we're also going to log his response time. So throughout the entire process, he flew within the first 3 calls. So we're going to put that within the first 3 calls. Bam! That's how you flight train a bird, homies. And we'll get more in depth. There's other birds that we're going to have and other birds that we're going to work. So you guys will see and learn more about this. And then obviously if there's any questions and stuff, put it in the comments and I won't see it and we won't be able to answer it and we'll never get answered and we'll just go from there. No, I'm kidding. You could email me. You could reach out at @biteforce_. Hit me up on Instagram if you guys have questions and all that stuff. I will answer whatever I can, but I'm only one human being. All right, was that fun, dude? Was that fun? Was that fun? Why are you looking at my finger like that? You gonna do one more call for him? Killer, bro. Killer. Not quiet, it's my time to talk. Dressed like a jogger. What? I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's not a bad thing. Let's see.
You want me to do?
Yeah, you can. I'll hand the camera to Madison. Why the hell not?
Yeah, I'm the best. Thank you.
As long as you know that.
Thank you.
Alright, so if you're from Florida, you know that we have a huge problem with invasive species, one of those being the green iguana. So originally from South America, pet trade, blah, 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 blah. Now they're here with us. It's been like open season. The Fish and Game here in the state of Florida kind of put out a widely spread Facebook post, and I'm sure they posted it elsewhere, basically to kill iguanas when you see them on site. It's a fucking terrible idea for anybody. You don't know what you're doing, there's no reason to kill them or whatever. Find somebody that can remove them off your property if they're that big of a deal. But I'm on the other side of the fence about it. They're invasive, yes. Do they cause many problems? I mean, I suppose they could to different plant lives and things like that, but they've been here for so long and there's so many of them that I think they should just make them a native species. So he's been here for 10 years. We feed him every day. I'm gonna get up close to him. He may get a little upset at first, but he'll let me pet him. He'll come and sit on your lap if he has his food, which he's already plowed through. I was hoping he was gonna come down this morning, but I didn't think he was gonna. I'll show you where he lives in a second. But we're just giving him leftovers right now. They do get their own diet as well, but they eat all of the primates' leftovers whenever they leave everything over. So it's basically fruits and vegetables. That's a browse biscuit. And there's also Monkey Crunch in here, but he ate all the Monkey Crunch because he's a fat bastard. And his favorite is the monkey biscuits. Why? I have no idea, but they love that shit. It's like iguana crack.
Oh.
You gonna get some water, bud? Go ahead, get some water. So the water you see next to him in this waterway here is actually brackish water. Come here, baby. Come on. Come here. Easy, easy. Why? You know, so the water over here is brackish water. It's salty. You obviously can't drink that, so what they'll do is they wait for the rain to puddle up water around here. It'll build up in the plants. It's also in the food that they eat. That's how they're getting their water. They're not drinking it from here. But the water next to them obviously is a great way to escape from predators, people, things like that. Now he won't jump in the water. He's not afraid. He knows we're not going to hurt him. He's just being stubborn today because he's already eaten. He doesn't need anything from me, so he doesn't feel like he has to give me anything in return. Where are you going? Can we try one more time with you? What are you doing, bud? Oh, he's gonna go.
Yeah, good luck.
He's over there macking on some females. He's got that dewlap nice and pronounced, doing his little head bob, letting these females know that he's the man with the master plan. All right, Tucky, get out of here. You're a distraction.
We just like gonna edit that one out.
What's up, dude?
Yo, what are you up to?
I'm actually playing with Big Boy right now.
Big boy.
The iguana, fool.
He's dead.
Not that Big Boy. Wow, bro. Thanks for bringing up bad memories.
Well, I mean, you just called an alligator Big Boy. Big Boy's not alive. So.
Well, what about the other Big Boy?
What other Big Boy?
The iguana, bro.
Oh, that's Captain Dewlap.
That's Captain Dewlap. That's
Yeah,
right.
His name's Captain Dewlap, and I've been saying that forever.
We did name him Captain Dewlap, didn't we? Well, it's Big Boy now.
Bro, you can't say Big Boy. Big Boy's the man.
I know, but anything that's a reptile that is huge is Big Boy to me.
Oh, are you filming right now?
No.
Oh. Yeah, the video was really good. I liked it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
What's the next one gonna be?
I'm doing it right now. You were right.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, we'll talk to you later.
Trying to molest Big Boy. We'll have to cut most of that out.
Oh yeah.
Can't have children first.
Yeah, you just bleep it.
All right, so many distractions. I just kind of want to make out with my.
Oh,
I don't want to make out with my lizard, man. Yeah, I wish you didn't eat so much damn food all the time. Big Boy, this is my last ditch effort to make out with you. All right. I don't want him to go away just yet. Dude, look at the size of this thing, dude. I have huge hands, and it doesn't even touch the girth of this iguana. Again, like I said, this is probably one of the largest green iguanas that I have ever seen. And the best part about having him is that we don't have an enclosure. I'm gonna show you, actually this is one of his trees. You can see all these trees, all these little marks right here. If that light from the water isn't hitting it too much, but all this stuff, all these trees are marked up, all scratches, and it's all from the iguanas going up and down, mostly Big Boy. He's the heaviest one. But look, here's his tree. So this is Big Boy's tree. So he goes up and down, and I'll sit there for most of the morning, and then he comes down, he eats his food, and then he goes back up there and he sleeps at night. So we check on him every single day again to make sure he doesn't get close to the other property so the douchebag doesn't shoot him. But the girls watch him, we all watch him, they take great care of him so that he has no reason to leave. But he can if he wants to. That's my favorite part. So it's like having a pet without having to have him in an enclosure. It's the greatest feeling ever. And what it is just building a relationship over time. So he's been here for, so can you just wait a second? Big Boy. Come here, sweetie. It's like so not having it today. Big Boy. There you go. sit right there. So it's amazing to be able to have the relationship that we have, especially with a wild animal. So he owes us nothing, we owe him nothing. And we basically come together and come to, I guess you would say, an agreement. That we're not gonna mess with you, you don't mess with us, we'll keep you fed and comfortable, just stay here on the property. So it's worked for 10 plus years. And it's breeding season right now, so you see all these other females in the background. There's 1, 2, 3, and if we really got into it and started throwing food down here, there would probably be 20 or 30 more that showed up. They're all over the trees right now. So it's breeding season, it's a good time of year for Big Boy. So basically, he's the master of the island. So he's out here tagging up all these females, and then he's gonna have all of his young running around in a couple of months. It's pretty amazing. The circle of life, right, Big Boy? Can I touch you now, dude? I don't know if you guys can see, but like right here on his face, on his jowls, he's got a bunch of big marks. All right, Big Boy. You don't have to get testy. All from the fights he's had over the year. All healed up, very nice. But it's all the fights he's had over the years. Big Boy, easy. And then a missing part of his tail regenerated. All right, go with your girlfriends. Whoa. I know. I love you too, bro. Have fun. Enjoy your day. All right.
Oh.
Are you good now?
Yeah.
You good?
What do you do?
That's the end of the video. Link is
We're so
Wait,
smart.
you need bloopers at the end of your videos. That would be funny.
I'll put them all over. We'll just run this whole thing.
The whole thing is bloopers.
Yeah, we don't even have to. We're just gonna run the whole thing. All right, it's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about flight training and a little bit about the residents that we have on the property. It's been fun for us. So, you know, like that stuff. Boom. Subscribe to that stuff. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the last video, tell your grandma. She deserves to watch while you're withholding. You know what I'm saying? Is that it? Is that what they all say?
Yeah, sort of.
I feel like a YouTuber now.
We're almost there.
Boom.
Okay, stop.
That's awesome. Very cool, man. Thank you.
Ooh, you look good. You look good being squished. Oh, we're done.